Welcome to Deadly Dames, and for this video I'm just going to go over the movies that I've watched this week, just a wee bit about what they like, and what I like about them and what I don't like. So up first is Female Prisoner Scorpion 701, so it's obviously part of the collection that I did the unboxing for, so this is the first one, and it's the only one I've actually had the chance to watch so far, so it was phenomenal. It was absolutely brilliant. So basically the storyline of this is, it's basically about a girl who falls for the wrong guy. Sounds like I'm about to start talking about a teen romance here. But basically he's a police officer and he kind of talks her into helping with that undercover operation which goes horribly wrong. And she ends up taking the fall and going to prison. It's all about her wanting revenge. So, I mean, you can definitely see where Tarantino gets his influences from in this movie. But it was great, and I particularly loved the scene in the shower where it suddenly went all dark and kind of fantasy-like, but it was just really good. I obviously don't want to give too much away for people that haven't seen it yet. There isn't much I don't like about this movie. I think the only thing I don't like is that I've not had a chance to watch the other four yet. But other than that, I just really enjoyed it from beginning to end, and would highly recommend it. So as well as watching this film, I also have seen, so I'll slide them over, this one. So I watched Krampus just 2 days ago. I'd actually been dying to see this. I wanted to go see it at the cinema last year, and I missed it just by a couple of days actually. I just didn't get a chance to see it, so I was going to hold off and watch it near Christmas time, because let's face it, it's a Christmas movie, but I just couldn't hold off. I really wanted to see it, and it didn't disappoint. I really did enjoy it. I thought the cast was fantastic in it, and the storyline was good. I thought near the end, I thought it was going to let me down, and I hope I don't spoil anything for anybody by saying this, but it kind of played on, was it a dream near the end, and I'm glad that it didn't go down that route. I thought that the characters that were introduced in it were really funny. Not so much Krampus himself, because in my opinion, you didn't really get to see enough of him. It would have been good to see a bit more, because obviously he was built up to be this really big scary guy, and he is, but I just felt like he could have been more. They could have played that up a bit more. But the toy characters, they were hilarious. The cookies were absolutely so funny. I mean, this is definitely going to be one of the movies that I watch, probably looking a double bill with Gremlins at Christmas time, and then I'll keep the sort of more serious Christmas horror films like Black Christmas and Silent Night Deadly Night for a different night. But this is definitely going to be like my Gremlins double bill, because it is just silly and funny. I do like that it wasn't afraid to shall we say, kill children, which is usually something that these movies try to avoid. So Gremlins shoots a crab at old women out a window in a lift, and Krampus kills kids. So, well, they're not technically killed. He rescues their spirit of Christmas, and you'll see what I mean when you watch the film. So I definitely would recommend watching it just for the funniness. The auntie was my favourite, and like the great auntie, the bigger woman, she got all the best lines in the movie. But I love the bit where they said, "Can you look after the kids?" and she says, "Oh, do I have to? I don't like kids. I didn't even like them when I was a kid." I just, that made me laugh. It made me kind of think of me a little bit, actually. But, yeah, I really enjoyed Krampus. It didn't disappoint. And then I watched Father's Day. Finally got around to watching. I've actually had this movie for longer than I've had the editor, but I just hadn't got around to watching it yet, so I finally put on Father's Day. Oh my, I don't really know if there's an awful lot I can say about this that doesn't make it sound... If I say anything too much about it, I'm going to make it sound crap, but it's not crap. It's actually very good. It's just hard to talk about a serial killer, which is, oh god, what's he called? It's something like the Humper or something like that, but he's got a really bad name. But basically, the storyline goes, it's about a serial killer who goes around killing people's dads. And the guy with the one eye in the middle, his dad was one of the victims, and he's been hunting down this, I can't remember at all what he's called. Anyway, it's a bad word anyway, but it is like Humper, but I literally can't remember his name. I think it's like, it's like they've made like shagging but into a surname. And well, anyway, he's hunting him down. He's got this mission where he wants to kill him, and he gets framed for killing the wrong guy. He sets him up, the serial killer, and it's him getting back and trying to hunt him down because he's now come back. But the ending's like mental. They all end up in hell, chasing this guy because he's going to hell with the guy in the middle. I'm not even going to say it actually, just watch it, it's mental because, but some of the scenes, like, there is a lot of sexual assaults, but it's like obviously men on men, there's not a lot of women getting attacked. There is a really, really funny scene where a stripper fights back, that made me laugh. But it's played so dry that it works. It's weird, like the humour in it, it's played, they know it's stupid, they know it doesn't make sense, but they play it in such a way that it's acceptable. If you've seen Editor, you know the humour that's going to be in it. It was definitely worth watching. It was really, really good. It's actually a release from Trauma, and to be honest, what I actually should have said at the beginning of this is it's from Trauma, and then you would know exactly what it is. But so funny, because when you see Father's Day you just think it's going to be a slasher, and it's not. It's a completely different take on it. If you read the back of it, pretty much tells you everything. So a long, long time ago, in a town north of Traumerville, there was a bad, bad man who raped and killed dads. Nobody could stop the fat monster until the mysterious stranger took a stand. Some say he was avenging his own father, some say he was just crazy. The stranger could not have known the hell that would follow. I mean, that pretty much tells you everything you need to know about this story, but really, really enjoyed it. Definitely going to keep it. I actually just bought their first film, the robot one. I think it's Manborg, I think it's called, so I haven't got around to watching that yet, but hoping Manborg's like Father's Day and The Editor. They're definitely going to be movies that need to be watched one after the other, probably in line with something like Wolf Cop should be watched with it, like that sense of humour, and like Deathgasm, sort of that sense of humour. But really enjoyed Father's Day. And then this was a movie that I picked up, and it's not really my style of film. I'm not really into kind of, well, firstly boxing movies. Obviously Rocky's classic, but nobody in the world can actually understand a word that Sylvester Stallone is actually saying in that movie. But I'm not really like a boxery movie kind of real life type person, and I bought this on recommendation from somebody, and also I know I'm probably going to be hated for saying this, I'm not a Jake Gyllenhaal fan. I think when I think of him, I just see Donnie Darko, because that's the movie that I've probably seen more times that he's been in than any other, because I love Donnie Darko. I think it's a great film, and he's totally unrecognisable in this movie. So the movie's basically about a boxer who has everything, and really bad things happen, and he loses everything, and it's about him trying to come back from being top, hitting rock bottom, and then trying to work his way back. So it's kind of like It's a Wonderful Life, but with boxing, except he doesn't get to meet an angel who shows him what the world would be like if he wasn't there. But you get my drift. Like, he hits rock bottom, and he's got to get back. But everything about this movie was excellent. I thought the acting was superb. I thought Rachel McAdams, like, she's in it. Is it Rachel McAdams? But she's in it for like 20 minutes if you're lucky, so she's hardly even in it, but obviously she gets a big main credit in there. So it is Jake Gyllenhaal's movie. I like Forrest Whitaker, so I thought he was really good in the film, and he's unrecognisable. The muscles the guy's got on in this movie is really good. It was a wee bit of a tearjerker. It did try to play on your emotions, which I was impressed with. I didn't expect when I put it on, I really didn't expect to enjoy it, put it that way, and I did really, really enjoy it. The one fault that I don't like in it is that they kind of have like a boxing montage in it with an Eminem song, and I can't get a bloody song out of my head since hearing it, but I thought the Eminem song was a bit too much, bit too cheesy. But other than that, I thought the movie was really good. I really enjoyed the ending. I'm glad that they didn't do like an 80s cheese ending where he's like, obviously I don't want to give it away, but right, okay, he wins the fight, but just cover your ears at that bit if you want to watch this film. But they didn't make it like a haha, he's won the fight, and he, like the end of the Karate Kid when he does this big fancy move and stuff like that. They didn't build up to that. They showed you the realism of this. The two guys really wanted to win, and they went at it, and they went 12 rounds, and they knocked the 7 shades out of each other. But I really was impressed with this movie. I like the steelbook too. I think it's pretty nice. But I would recommend it. It's a movie actually that I went in thinking I wouldn't enjoy, and I'm probably going to watch it again. And then last but not least for this week is The Killing Joke. So I absolutely love this graphic novel, and when I heard they were making it into an animated movie, I really just kind of thought, the first thing that came into my head is, how do you make an animated movie about this graphic novel? So if anybody's read it, you know that there's some horrific scenes in that graphic novel. That you can get away with things like that in graphic novels because it's on it's on paper. You can write as much blood and show as much blood and guts and violence as you want, but when it comes to actually putting it on film, you've got to try and get it past ratings, etc. Now, The Killing Joke's basically a backstory to the Joker. But you know that from reading any graphic novels or watching anything to do with the Joker, he makes up loads of different backstories. So this is one version of his backstory. But I couldn't believe they actually put some of the scenes in it. I don't really want to give away too much of the scenes, but there's violence, there's nudity, there's trying to turn people insane. But I actually really enjoy it. And you know the thing is about the Joker is I think Mark Hamill's voice just really, really suits the Joker. I think the man's voice was made to play him. But I thought this was a really good animated version of The Killing Joke. I'm really I enjoy most of the animation ones, except for the kind of more kiddier ones. I do like the ones that they make more adult. I'm actually looking forward to Suicide Squad. I haven't had a chance to go and see it yet. Waiting for both myself and my partner to have a time off together to actually get to the cinema and see it. But I've heard bad reviews, but I never go on other people's reviews. I just go on what I think, and that's how all movies should be. Why should you judge what someone else has said? Just go watch it yourself and judge it on how you feel, and don't be influenced by what other people think. But if this animated one's anything to go by, I think anything else coming forward, animated wise, I'm really looking forward to. I want to see what else they tackle. Really enjoyed it. Not much actually. I've got nothing really bad to say about The Killing Joke. I would just recommend it. I bought the HMV exclusive with the little Joker figure. Oh, he's tiny. He's not painted the best, but it was the same price as buying just the normal DVD Blu-ray. Sorry, because the steelbook on Zavi sold out like pretty much the minute it went up for sale. Like Zavi's put up an anniversary of Aliens, and one minute it was there, next minute it was gone. It's funny with steelbooks. Sometimes they can be there till they're put down to $6.99 or $5.99 so that somebody buys them, and sometimes they can be on for one day and completely gone. But I would have liked to have got the steelbook of Batman, The Killing Joke, but I'm just happy to have it on Blu-ray. So that's everything I've seen this week. I've got a day or two off. I'm going to start getting my big mega pile, trying my best to work my way through watching it all. I only included movies in this which I hadn't seen before. So there've been obviously some movies I've watched this week or some TV shows that I just didn't include because I've seen them before, so there's no point in putting them in this. It's just good to talk about ones that I've watched for the first time and sort of share with other people that like movies as much as I do and similar films as much as I do what I thought about them, and obviously hear any comments or feedback that anyone out there has for myself. So if you do like this video, obviously please like and subscribe to the channel and leave any comments below. I will get back to you. I love chatting and I love watching other people's channels. My next video is going to be probably like a DVD and Blu-ray haul, but I really just want to do a steelbook update because recently I've just become addicted to steelbooks. I just love them, I don't know why. And I just wanted to do like a couple of mentions to some guys out there that really pointed me in the right direction for some really good steelbooks that are out there, and just say thanks to them. But to everyone else who's watching this video, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe, leave any comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And thank you, bye.